Hey Molly, good to see you.
Hey,
So
good to see
I
you.
I know you've been spending some time unraveling your parents' estate. So maybe could you just curious, give me an update on what's going on?
Yeah. So, as you said, I'm unraveling their estate. Both my parents passed within 4 months of each other. September 2019 and January 2020, and it took us about 6 months to get to my mom's accounts and start to unravel it because it had to go through an estate process. Um, and the trustees, et cetera. But yeah, it's been a while to unravel them. One of the biggest things that we had, even when my dad passed away first, was he had done all the accounts, and he was an accumulator and a saver or some combination of that. And so the best that I could surmise out of how he handled the accounts is he had about 9 different CD IRAs. CD IRAs. So the IRAs weren't even making a lot of money. They were just CD IRAs. And this of course came from his history because he would live through the S&L crisis and lived through the tech booms and bubble bursts and all that. So, he lived through some serious things, and he became very protectionist around his money and the money that they had earned. But we had to go through unraveling all of that. Um, and we had decided not to unravel it very much with my mom, because they were all on different cycles. So we had to go to different places, and it was 250, it was across 9 different banks. And I'm guessing that's because he thought the FDIC insurance also applied to the IRAs, which it doesn't, by the way. So I've learned a lot through this process. But yeah, it's going okay. I think we finally finished unraveling. We have one bank left, and that had to go to whatever it's called. When the both people had passed away, because my mom passed away before she could actually put new beneficiaries on it. So
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's so obviously that can be a positive. He put money into a CD, which, last March, if you needed the money last March when the market collapsed 33% in 3 weeks, awesome. But if
Yeah.
it wasn't urgent during those times to get the money out, you didn't need it during that time. A CD is, as we talked about in chapter 5, ways to save in our upcoming book, Infinite Love of Money. A CD is perceived as safe, but inflation has been running much higher than CD returns over any time period in the last 10, 15 years. And inflation is also not necessarily the truth, because it's weighted based on the quote unquote average person, but most people spend more of their uh, money on housing and healthcare, which has been going up a lot more than 2%, which is quote unquote the inflation rate in the United States. So in fact, if you're putting money in a CD, you're actually falling behind. You want your money to grow.
Yes.
And
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 we
after
were
inflation, it wasn't. Say again.
sorry. I said we were lucky because by the time we were taking it out, the most people had lost their money, and we didn't. So we got very, very lucky. But I don't think that there's going to be another pandemic and another shutdown and another in anytime soon. So,
Right.
and
So
that no matter what, even the dips, they always come back stronger. So
absolutely.
CDs
And
might not
and
be the.
that's we'll talk about that actually next week when we talk about ways to invest, which is chapter 6 of Infinite Love of Money. But it's really important to understand that the perception of keeping money safe because you're putting it into a CD or a government backed treasury bill earning 1% is actually not serving you. It's actually hurting you because after inflation, you're losing money. So that's really important to understand.
Yeah. I don't even think they were earning 1%. It was very, very low percentages. So
Yeah,
it made him feel safe, and they never even tapped into it. So,
there you go. But,
there's that.
there's a lot of people there that will have to tap into their savings, will tap into IRAs. And so for that purpose, our recommendation is to not invest in CDs, especially in retirement funds.
Right.
So
Right.
we'll look forward to seeing you guys next week, and we'll talk about ways to invest, chapter 6. Till then,
Exciting. Bye.
I believe in you.